Hey everybody, it's Jack and Dan, and today we're doing a 2-year update on my future car.
Yeah, right. If you keep playing your cards right, we'll see about that. But it's actually been about 27 months. We've just been really busy. We haven't had time to do one. So we want to do an update. We got about 27,000 miles, so we're getting about exactly 1,000 miles per month, which is really good.
Yeah, what's up with your hair there?
Dude, you know I get really busy in the wintertime. Sometimes things go off the rails a little bit. All right, so basically everything's looking pretty good. There's been next to no problems. I did get some new rims here, basically due to the fact that I thought the old rims were really kind of generic looking. Costco had an amazing deal going on. One of the main reasons I looked into it is because the old tires weren't the best. I mean, we had some pretty slippery winters around here in Cleveland. This winter's really bad already, and I wasn't super impressed, so I thought I'd get a nicer brand of tire. And went to Costco. They had an amazing sale for Black Friday. In addition, if you got rims and tires together, there was a huge sale on both of them. So went ahead and got these. I think they look a lot more sporty. Jack really digs them. Thinks it kind of, just spiced it up a little bit. Way, way, way less expensive than getting the rims from the dealer. As far as that, everything's doing really good with this. As you guys know, we did a little video a while back. The only issue I had here was this seat kind of broke down. It didn't break down, but the cushion was going away, so they replaced that for me, no problem. We did get these Husky liners, which have worked out really, really, really good. Again, very similar to the WeatherTech liners there, but less expensive. And basically, we got those in the front and in the back, and they were considerably less than WeatherTech. So as I said, a little bit more than 27,000. We got 27,491. So had it about really 27 and a half months. So it's working out really well from a user standpoint. Really, really, really digging it. Still got the old Autobot sticker under the Volt. That thing's holding up great. Found that online, matched perfectly. Really like the hatchback. I mean, that's just awesome when you lay down the seats. Been able to fit tons of stuff in there. In fact, brought this huge fish tank stand home in it, which, we were kind of surprised it fit in there. We put that in there, and we also put the tank in there, didn't we, buddy?
Yeah, we did.
And they barely fit side to side, but they did fit. So, and those are 48 inches. So anyway, it does do very well. Seems to do really well with that. We haven't really had any other issues at all. But I am going to talk about something that some people are concerned about and having questions about. So let's go in there and take a look at that. All right, guys. So here is my little bill from the Department of Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles, BMV. And what you'll notice on here is there is now a fee, an extra fee. So my plates are, about $56.42. That's just normal for my little sticker to put on my plate. If I want to get new plate, I got to pay another $9, which I don't normally do unless it's falling apart. You'll notice this little thing here, hybrid electric fee, $200. Now this is making a lot of people upset. However, when you look at the big picture, you get a massive refund for buying an electric vehicle. I got $7,500 back for buying this, so that was a nice incentive. Plus, I got it during a sale, so I got it even cheaper, cost. Very good deal on this car. I've talked about that in previous videos. However, a lot of people are not sure where this comes from. Well, I called the DMV, and they explained to me very much so that is because a lot of the taxes for the roads come out of the gas. So since people with electric or hybrid cars are not buying gas, they estimate that that's how much you would spend, and they charge you that money. Now, I think that's pretty fair. That makes sense. So I'm not necessarily going to complain about it. However, because I do use my car for traveling sometimes, I do put gas in it. So my question then is, well, how much? Well, Jack had a pretty good idea, didn't you, kiddo?
Yes.
So he said, hey, print out your diagnostics. So I went to the old, actually they email me this automatically. And I printed this out, and this gives me like a typical month. They send me this about every month. And it says, hey, here's how many miles you went. Here's how many were electric. Here's how much were gas. Pretty cool. So it looks like about 80% of the time I use electric for my day-to-day use. And about 20% of the time, I don't. And this is a really neat thing because if you haven't looked this up, it's really kind of cool. So according to this, my fuel economy is 169 miles per gallon, but that's not really real because that's factoring in the electric, which of course we pay for, but me and Jack don't really pay for because we have solar panels.
Yes.
And we'll be doing, more videos, update on our solar system. It's been a long time since we have, but we will. So it explains that month I saved 31 gallons of gas, which is around 60 to 70, more dollars, depending on where you live. And of course, 609 pounds of avoided CO2, which is of course the real reason. I mean, imagine that. If that's every month, that ends up being, 7,000 pounds of CO2 a year or something. That's incredible. And that's why we bought a car like this, because we want to help the environment. Plus, we like it. It's really good.
That's a lot of CO2.
That is a lot of CO2, yes. So what I did is I looked around on the BMV and I found this, and I wanted people to know about this. And again, a lot of people might say this is trivial or whatever, but hey, you know what? Right is right, wrong is wrong, and $1 is $1. And if they're telling me, hey, we want you to pay $200, I'm saying, well, but I am still paying taxes 20% of the time, so I want to be fair. So I found this form, and you could probably just Google this. It's a dispute of vehicle fuel type for registration. Now, Ohio has this, and I'm assuming that, depending on what your state is doing, they may as well. So just go to the BMV in your state. And what you do is you fill it out, and you say, hey, I have this kind of vehicle, but I'm disputing this. And how this was all figured is this was figured by a organization called the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, to determine the fuel type and the averages and all this. So I'm just going to fill this out. I'm going to send a copy of my little thing here and say, look, on average, I'm still, using 20% gas. So I figure, hey, we'll see what they say. Maybe the thing is you have to pay it first, and then you have to send this. And what they say on here is they may reimburse you either all of it or some of it or whatever. So I figure it's worth it. I mean, it still seems like a lot to pay and taxes and plates and everything else that, that's all we do. Sometimes it seems like is pay taxes. So I feel like if I can get some back, I'm going to try. So anyway, I wanted people to know about this. We love this car. We think this is great. We understand the taxes, but at the same time, we do take trips and we do use gas a lot of times when we do. I'm looking at an average. So if they offer to say, hey, give me 40 or $50 back, I'll take it, So anyway, we just want to update people on that. Check this out if you have a hybrid or electric vehicle. Electric vehicle, obviously, you don't use any gas at all. But if you have some sort of hybrid like we do, I would definitely check it out. And we just wanted people to know about it. So anyway, guys, we're crazy about this car. We love it. We definitely want to look into getting fully electric down the road, but we just didn't feel like the world was ready for it. Most cars only go about 250 miles now. We'd like to see them go 500 or 600. There is talk in the next year or two of them being able to do that. And chances are I'm halfway done paying this off. When I'm done paying it off, Jack's going to be old enough to start driving.
Yeah, they say Hummer's going to make an electric car as well.
They're just, every company pretty much is coming out with them in the next year or two. Chevy's talking about like 20 of them or something. So if they can make more and they can have more charging stations and they can increase the mileage, I'll probably go fully electric.
Yeah.
But like I said, last year we took this to Florida and back almost 3,000 miles. We would have had to stop like 10 times. That's kind of crazy. So we're glad that we have the availability to turn it into a hybrid if we want to. And it truly isn't a hybrid. It really is an electric car with a generator.
Basically.
Yeah, it's different than most hybrids. There aren't a lot that are this way. They made this car for almost 10 years. It did very well. Everyone who's ever had one that I've ever talked to loved it. There's a ton of people who post things all over YouTube. Some people have them with 100 or 200,000 miles on them.
Yeah, people still have the older ones too that they make.
Yeah, like the first year I think was 2010 or 2011. But anyway, we love it. I'm definitely going to hold on to it, probably pass it on to Jack, and then we'll see what they come up with in the next couple years. But if you can find one of these and you want a really good used car, there is a couple out there left in the 2019, 2018, but there's not many. I did a search and I think there came up to be about 18 or 19 left in the whole country. that weren't dealer owned already. So yeah, check it out, or if you find one used from somebody. But we love it, and this is the only year in 2018 that they had the electric blue, which we really liked. And Jack really likes those rims.
Yeah, electric energy has to be the wave of the future. We can't just keep resorting to carbon energies.
Carbon-based fuel, yeah. Well, we love it, guys. Anyway, there's the info. So far, so good. It's been over 2 years. We're digging it. It's doing a great job. We'll keep you guys updated. Check out the playlist below if you want to see more of our, electric and solar-powered stuff and some of the other Volt videos. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.